Alright, welcome back everybody. This is episode 10 of the Bladesong Dynasty. This is our recurring role-playing dynasty in King of the Castle. The way this works is I gave you all a setup, a different social, political, economical situation to describe the kingdom at the start of the game that is a little bit different to what a normal King of the Castle game would be. And then we are now exploring the ramifications of that different start to the game. This is part of a series that we do multiple times a year. Each of these games lasts for 12 to 14 episodes roughly, so 3 to 4 months, and we do 3 or 4 of these per year. We are now on episode 10 of this, so we're getting close to the end of this dynasty, which feels unreal to me. It feels like it started yesterday. But it also means that in about a month, we're gonna have another opportunity to start a new journey with a new theme and a new premise, basically. Yeah, that's it. That's what we do. We focus on role-playing, we focus on world building, lore building, and you can find more info in case it's your first time around here. There is a link pinned in chat right now by Baspier, and there you can find all the basic info on this dynasty. Now, in case you are new around here, or in case you have poor memory just like me, I have for you a quick summary of what happened last time. Let me read this to you. Previously on the Bladesong Dynasty, in the reign of Queen Xacintha II, the Absolutist, who ruled from the year 1088 to 1105. Saint Xacintha the Ascended had grand plans for the realm, worth asserting strength for. After she passed, the Inquisition was ready to oust her daughter, should she fail to uphold this legacy. It should not have worried. Xacintha II was sternly traditional, doing her duties with no hesitation and expecting the same of others. She was intent on getting the stolen lands back, but as she used to say, one should canter, then gallop. Like any fighter, the kingdom needed time to recover between jousts, just like we're seeing in the Black Swan tournament. And so it did, thanks to southern wheat and marcher horses, exported realm-wide. Coastal peasants were trained by barons, and a grandiose sea battle in a local arena moved many to join the navy. However, Xacintha's ruthlessness toward rule-breaking peasants led to record numbers of imprisonments and gave her a reputation as a tyrant, willing to torture her own cousin out of spite. In truth, Fitzalbert was jailed for attempted regicide. A turning point occurred when people massed suspiciously outside the Library of Old Law. The Queen wished to arrest the scholar to get answers, but the council only gave her the choice between ignoring what seemed like sedition and burning the library to the ground. Resenting the nobles but unwavering in protecting the kingdom, Xacintha ordered the fire lit. The council was torn. Some thought she took the best of bad options, some schemed against the mad tyrant, some blamed the spy master. Xacintha devoted herself to finding the vault of Alma's scepter, hoping to find scrolls with which to restore the library. Harsh as they were, her ways kept the realm too stable and loyal for plots, until the scepter was hers. Perhaps Alma understood her devotion and the need to take tough decisions for the greater good. Secure in her rule, Xacintha the Absolutist could at last right the kingdom's wrongs without a care for his subjects' sentimentality. The next joust was at hand. Please get a big round of applause for that which lurks for this summary. As always, thank you so much, Lurks, for providing this. I love how this managed to encapsulate the main points that, you know, the main contention points of last reign. Thank you so much, Lurks. I don't know how you do this. Thank you. What were you saying? What were you saying? How long is the break between the end and start of Dynasty generally? I would say a couple of weeks, roughly. Roughly a couple of weeks, because at the end of a Dynasty, we then do... The following stream is always a post-mortem, so we wrap up, we revisit the whole Dynasty, we talk about the ending, we talk about how the Dynasty was, and, you know, we do the Monarch tier list, and then the following one, I usually start the new Dynasty. So there's a couple weeks. If I need to do some work, it might be one more week, but not more than that. So it's probably going to start, like, towards the end of September. Still surprised Eden missed the Spy Master since the start. She's playing her cards well. 0 out of 10. The summary wasn't an overly long analogy involving horses. It's a good one. I think we all remember the library. Yeah. You forced me to burn, yeah. Say what you want about Xacintha, but under her reign, the horses run on time. Yeah, that reign, exactly. Alright. Alright. So this is what happened last time. Now, Queen Xacintha III the Beautiful. Let's start with her coronation. And then let's slowly start seeing who we have here as a monarch. Baby Fire, hello. Your Majesty, it was an honor to serve your mother, but now it's your time to wear the crown. As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. Yes, let me get changed into my waterproof robes. Yeah, you've missed a lot, unfortunately, but glad to see you. I hope you're well. It may be for the best, Your Majesty. Shall we call the nobles in? Nobles of the council, please. Please. Let's see what we want to do here. Oh. Well, I would say that the kingdom is in such a state that we really are in a position. We really are in a position to show off our wealth to other nations and to start, you know, creating some better diplomatic relationships. I think that we can do it. I think we are in a position to do it. She really is a beauty, Lecathlon blood for sure. I never introduced you to my son, Carmelo Santiago. Wait, let me see. He has the beliefs. Somewhat similar to Roberto, but more courageous and cunning. Oh my god, yes! Yes, we need courageous and cunning people in this kingdom. Yeah, what tradition you mean? The river rate is 1 in 10 apparently. Alright, I think this is it, right? 24? Yeah, this is it. It cannot be tied anymore. Yeah, it's gonna be B. Baby Fire, thank you so much for the 3 months. Thank you so much. You actually get a new crown too. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Queen. Thank you. Thank you, my lord. It's very kind of you. Let's go! Why do you get the waterproof robes? Because you never know. Yeah, you cannot throw the horse in. The horse goes only if the horse wants to. Dignitaries arrive from all corners of Celestat, and it's only appropriate you show off. A trained eagle drops a ruby-encrusted crown on top of your head as you stand on a golden podium. I need to sneeze. The odd crowd includes such influential figures as the Dukes of Sal, the Princes of Tavalin, and even a pearl bearer from Aatesh. Lucrative trade deals are struck at the evening's feast. Thank you. Thank you, Kitty. Thank you, Lurks. It's interesting to see that there is no emissary from Ashmead here. Only the Grand Pensionary of Kurth is not in attendance. The Republic, after all, is fundamentally opposed to the very concept of monarchy. Alright. Alright. Now let's introduce ourselves to the council. Now that you're the queen, your first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. Alright. I'm okay, work's been busy, but now I have COVID, I get a break. God damn it. I hope it's a light version and you know that you're not having... you're not, you know... You're not feeling too bad. And hopefully you'll get better soon. But enjoy the break, is what I'm gonna say. If only Kurth isn't there, does that imply Ashmed is? It usually does, but the fact that we take some liberties with the game means that this is gonna be one of those times. Yeah. There probably is someone from Ashmed, yeah, in the base version, yes, but I would say that in this case, let's take some liberty, just like we do with the premise. Let's say that Ashmed is not there. So, patricians! A pleasure, your August Majesty. I hope to see our kingdom prosper and grow wealthy under your reign. This is Ephra Bobizar. Reasonably prestigious. Darthanum, hello. Alright, let's see the grandees. Mark, hello. May the ninth god bless your reign, your majesty. I trust you will conduct yourself with honor and faith. Another middling family. And then we have the barons. With simple coffee. Another simple family. Hail in well met, my liege. Under your leadership will whip this kingdom into shape, huh? Sure. The council hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue. Reasonably reasonable. Is this what your mother fought so hard for? Probably. And now let's go to the path to victory and let's find out a little bit more about Xacintha the Third. But first, I need to blow my nose. So let me click on the event. Oh no, let me squash the bug first. And then click on the event and then mute my microphone and disappear for a second and then we continue. Hi, welcome back everybody. Hi, hello. Your takeover what? So you wanna cover your butcher with Ashmead and blood? Okay. Yeah, exactly. Your Majesty, you have some big boots to fill, and with your mother out of the picture, the nobles will be looking for any opportunity to replace you. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? Well, we are in the most prosperous age that this kingdom has ever had. Right? And I think that it's time the world finds out about it. I think that the world should see how wealthy and prosperous we are. Right? I don't think we should be hiding that. If you see if you take a look at the Queen's words, our blades acquire. Our blades acquire. Well, that might mean multiple things, right? I don't think that Queen Xacintha III is necessarily a warrior per se, but Queen Xacintha III definitely has grand plans. Definitely has grand plans. Nelim Lefuel, hello. Marley, let's see if your novel has been updated. Has it? Is this the one you wanted? This cutie? The blades did not acquire, they are acquire. Look at the title, Katori. It means they are singing together, like in Bladesong. Queen Xacintha III, the Choir of Blades, exactly. Queen Xacintha III has grand plans for the kingdom. And they're all about showing how strong and wealthy the kingdom is. The world will sing songs about the kingdom. And they will start here, in this reign. Of course, the previous ones will be, the foundations upon which this kingdom was built, but this is where it starts. And to show you, yeah, this might be some kind of Bladesong, exactly. But that's Julian, I see. To show you how serious this is. Queen Xacintha III is going to be happy to announce that she will be hosting the grandest tournament that the kingdom has ever seen. It's going to be a triple tournament involving all three disciplines of jousting, dueling, and arena fighting. It's going to be sponsored by the Queen. It's going to take place in the capital. And there is going to be a special prize for the three winners. What if she dies before it can occur? We're gonna just say that it happens during the stream, even though we roleplay after. Yeah, this is the thing that I wanted to write this morning instead of being at work, and so I didn't have time to finish it. So my original plan was to announce this and immediately post it on Discord, but work got in the way, so I'm announcing it now, but I'm gonna be posting it tomorrow, once I have time to finish writing it up. Tomorrow I'm gonna be posting 3 different posts on Discord for the 3 tournaments. Yes, it will be at the start of her reign, exactly. Exactly. First year. It would probably be in summer, 11.5. It's going to be a triple tournament, and the 3 winners of the 3 categories are going to be getting an honorary title and will become part of a small council very close to the Queen. It will mostly be an honorary title, but they will have the opportunity to be called in question by the monarch, by the Queen, for matters relating to the nobles matters, and when war with Ashmit comes, because it will come, they will also be involved. Are you expected to participate in all 3? Like, is it 3 held together, or is it a triathlon? You can participate in any of all, or all. Mind blown. So, does your character die this game? Is silent important? Yes, it is. Sweet hello. Oh, you just missed the big announcement. A small council, yeah. Yes, sweet. Go back a couple minutes. Go back a couple minutes. The grandest tournament that the kingdom has ever seen is gonna be hosted by Queen Xacintha III in summer 1105. As I said, out of character, I didn't have time to write it this morning because I was unexpectedly forced to do work. Death rules on, so you finally get your kill count up. If you want. So yeah, it's mostly gonna be an honorary thing. But, you know, it's a very, very honorable thing. The 3 winners are gonna become part of this council. And with that said, Queen Xacintha III has very clear intentions in mind. She wants to reclaim what's ours, but most importantly, she wants to be the greatest queen who ever lived. in the greatest kingdom that the world has ever seen. With the greatest nobles that any kingdom has ever had. I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving your authority as much as possible. Once you have an heir, you will return, blah blah blah. So this is Queen Xacintha III. She has a plan. She wants to get her lands back, given the right opportunity. But most importantly, she wants to make the kingdom immortal. Exactly, Morgrim. She wants her name up there with King Harald I, Queen Alma II, Ega II. Queen Alma the Wise, yeah. Exactly. Exactly. She wants the lands back, but that's not her main agenda. Her main agenda is making the kingdom immortal. Imagine the Blueberry line gets overthrown, so those honorary titles become useless. Yeah, that could happen. That could happen. That could happen. So yeah, I'm gonna be posting about the tournament tomorrow. Keep in mind that the tournament is gonna happen next season, right? In August, in summer 1105. It would be sad. It would be sad, but let's see the claimants here. We have Micha, Micah, Mika, Micha. These fucking names. I'm gonna go with Micha, you know? Micha of the Ryana bloodline. Powerful marcher equestrian stands before a blazing hearth, yelling at full volume. This might be one of the people who raised the horses from last time, right? Yeah. Go. Micah? I'm gonna go with Micha. When have the Barons of the March backed down from a fight? Never! I know you'll do whatever it takes to put me, your rightful monarch, on the throne. Barons of the March, what do you want to do to overthrow Queen Xacintha III the Glorious? Do you want to ask for the help of a wizard and resort to sorcery, trying to raise authority? Do you want to look for a doppelganger, trying to lower your own defiance, or do you want to start an uprising, trying to raise the treasury? What is your scheming going to be like, Barons? Wants to beat Ashmead at the tournament? it's Celestat high again. Oh, this is a tie? What? Barons. How many barons do we have? We have 2 barons who have not voted. If you are a baron and you have not voted, vote now. You might break this tie. I think Chara has not voted. And then Bon has not voted. Bon and Chara, if you are here and you have not voted, counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. And it's gonna be a 50-50. It's a doppelganger. The Barons plan to swap the real queen for a perfect doppelganger. First, they must gain the trust of the Spy Master. To advance their scheme, they must keep defiance at 4 or less in 4 seasons. Then we have Paka of the Lemon Square lineage. Notorious southern elder who stands bathed in sunshine speaking softly. I love how this elder looks 18. A false pretender occupies the throne while my claim is ignored. Grandees of the South, this is a stain on our honor. We must not allow it to go unanswered. Grandees of the South, what do you want to do here? Do you want to intimidate the Queen, trying to raise stability? Do you want to incite fervor, trying to raise your own farming? Or do you want to excommunicate the Queen, trying to lower stability? Huh. You want to intimidate the Queen into war? Is that it? Yeah, that's true. Oh, Amy, hi. I read your name, but I never said hello. Hi. Does wonders for the soul. It looks like it's gonna be intimidation. Yeah, it looks pretty decided to me. Oh, I'm pretty sure that video says it's pronounced Micha. Intimidation it is. The Grandees plan to hold the Queen hostage in her own palace. First, they must lull the Spy Master into a false sense of security. Everybody has to deal with the Spy Master. To advance their scheme, the Grandees must raise stability to 5 or more in 4 seasons. Maybe the real horses were the peasants all along? And then we have Maurice of the Steele family, infamous coastal elder, scribbles with a well-used quill and Harvard desk, explaining in measured prose. Okay, this is interesting. Who is this still? Shiny Quarks, hello, how you doing? Happy to see you. Does that mean we need to chop peasants' leg and add wheels to them? It'll make them go faster. Yeah, good thinking. Fellow patricians of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of Queen Xacintha III. Something must be done. Alright. Patricians of the coast, what do you want to do here? Do you want to use subterfuge, trying to lower stability? Do you want to use conspiracy, trying to lower treasury? Or do you want to spread corruption, trying to lower authority? I upgraded my 10-year-old CPU plus motherboard plus RAM today and had so many errors, but my PC finally boots now. Oh my god, you must have a beast now compared to a 10-year-old computer. Congrats, that's a big thing. Of course, the traditional corruption vote. Yes, Spire's corruption is always here when it's corruption time. Alright. Looks like it's gonna be corruption. Patricians, we have a few patricians who have not voted. This is 3 to 4, it's very close. It can still be tied, so if you're a patrician and you have not voted, vote now, counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Yeah, no monopoly. Corruption it is. The patricians plan to turn the throne into a commodity that can be bought and sold at will. First, they must ensure that the rule of law is crumbling. To advance their scheme, the patricians must lower authority to 4 or less in 3 seasons. We're not playing Monopoly. Yeah. Oh, and these are all relatives. You have a distant cousin, an embittered step-sibling, and a lost-long nephew. Okay. Okay, this gets messy now. Yeah, I think so, Amy. Alright. Let's continue. This is absolutely going to be golden choice. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. We want money to circulate so that people can do things. Oh, look at that! The Jousting tournament. Incredible. Your distant cousin again? Another cousin? Oh my god. Oh my god. Who let him out? Well, Jeff Fitz is back. So yeah, there is another Jousting tournament. You know, the way I like to think about this is knowing that there would be a glorious tournament at the end of summer 1105. Somebody decided to organize a wait, is this just the invitation? Oh, we will support tonight. Your Majesty, the Barons of the March have invited you to Jousting tournament. How delightfully rustic. I'd love to attend and support tonight. The Chancellor inclines their head politely. It wouldn't be my ideal day out, Your Majesty, but I'm sure you will have a marvelous time. Yeah. Walls couldn't hold him. Alright. So yeah, this probably is an event that happens in the wake of the Queen's joust, you know? I think we're gonna go with the cousin first. We do decide legal matters by Justin, you do? Swede! Oh my god, Swede. Your Highness, I have a matter of some delicacy to speak with you about. Good day, that's another cousin. Good day, cousin. How's the old kingdom going, huh? I always thought it looked like a lot of work, but I suppose you get a fancy hat. It's Swede. Oh, last time. Yeah, last time it was Katori. Lord Fitzalbert is your very, 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 very distant cousin, about 50th in line to the throne. You haven't seen me in years. Good day to you both. Lord Fitzalbert's been staying at my estate for the last year, Your Majesty, but alas, there have been some financial impacts. He's been borrowing money from me for months, saying he'll pay me back when his luck turns. But now my coffers are bare. Yes, the poor honest Swede couldn't even afford a little banquet to see me off. Fitzalbert II. I'm sorry it's come to this, but I must petition the court for funds, Your Holiness. Must you now? I mean, you must. You have 100 gold, so yeah. You're not wrong. You know, I'm kind of tempted to say yes, let's do this. I'm kind of tempted to say let's do this. To pay the Grandy. We let his errant father be once, we can let him be two. I'm kind of thinking this, you know? Even though this is a personal matter. This would be a personal matter. Like, the thing is that Dantes Vedestas is a very prestigious member of the council. What do you have to say here? Like, if you are asking for this money, what do you have to say? For yourself. So Lord and Lady are presumably the generic crown line noble for titles, but I do like how the devs consider making the crown lines their own faction. The Earls, yes. Yeah, that's true, Amy. Your personal matter, it's your family, it's true. That's true. I think I might go with A here. I think the Queen is gonna say let's pay Grandy the honest Swede for his hospitality. Pay back what our family, you know? Only that my hospitality is bound, all nobles know that I have nothing but respect for my guests, but he's taking advantage of me, your grace. So you say it's either gonna be A or C, right? So either we pay or we take care of him. Yeah, let's do that. That's reasonable. That's reasonable. It's either we take it away, we take him away from you, or we just compensate, right? Yeah. It makes sense. That's reasonable. Banish him to the sweet estate? No. Dantes has a good point here. That's not fair. Exactly. Alright, we're gonna pay. That's fair. That's fair. Let's go. I would say it could be completely someone else, you know? Pay Grandy the honest Swede for his hospitality. The treasurer arranges a discreet payment for Grandy the honest Swede. Word gets around the south about your generosity, not least because Lord Fitzalbert is eager to proclaim it wherever he can. You're not sure where your cousin will land next. You can only hope it's somewhere far away. And now let's take a look at the honor guard here. One day, you're walking through the palace gardens where you're confronted by an unusual sight. One of your palace watch is standing guard, but instead of a pike, he's holding a mop. What in the seven hells is that? An improvised pole arm? Last week, a grubby little urchin kicked me in the shins and stole me from a pike. I grabbed the first replacement I could find. What if there was an assassin? I'd probably hide behind a decorative urn. I can only apologize, Your Majesty. The Palace Watch have been more incompetent than usual recently. It's obvious you need a proper honor guard to protect you. But first, how can we improve the watch? Okay. We could invite Macha soldiers. Or enforce harsher discipline. You know? I think it might be March of Soldiers. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's give you a small fee. Yes. Let's get some March of Soldiers in here. Think of the reformed armies, yes. Let's give them some of that training, right? Oh, let me turn on my fan again because I'm starting to feel a little bit warm. All right, looks like it's gonna be B. It ought to work here too. I think so. The bards are honored that their martial prowess is acknowledged. A squad of screaming martial surgeons soon whip your watch into shape. Though by all accounts, some of your watch's incompetence rubs back off on them. If one thing's clear from this mess, it's that you need an honor guard who can actually keep you safe, not like these kittens. Think carefully, Your Majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. I think the choice is pretty clear here, to be quite honest. She wants to be showy, right? So nuns are not showy. Veterans, not really. Gladiators, yeah. It's gonna be the gladiators. It's going to be the gladiators, of course. I'll make the arrangements at once. The gladiators arrive a few weeks later. The men are bare-chested and the women are underdressed, eager to show off their bodies as much as their weaponry. They gather behind your throne and begin oiling themselves up. Alright. Wait, what's that? Yeah, the March of Veterans are already there. Exactly, but not as an honor guard. Are the nuns not showy? They don't talk. Hey Duncan, hello and welcome, and thank you for the follow. What's up? How you doing? I'm doing great. I'm curious, do you play D&D? I've played D&D for many years. Yes. I'm currently not playing D&D, but I've played it for like 15 years straight. Now it's been a few years since I haven't had either the time or the group to play D&D. But yeah. I'm kind of curious to ask, would a Star Wars Evil D&D campaign maybe interest you to join? It's a political strategic theme. Definitely not right now. Definitely not right now. I would need to know more, first of all. I'm not a super expert in Star Wars, for instance. And I would need to know more. But right now I have a lot on my I have a lot to handle already in my life, and I couldn't make time for a role-playing game, unfortunately. It's probably gonna be this. It's probably gonna stay the same for the rest of the year. But thank you for asking. You could argue this is a form of D&D in a way, yeah. Honor Guard was the gladiators. If you ever played D&D here, we would somehow end up making it canon to King of the Castle. Oh yes, we would. Oh, thank you. I am indeed European. Yes. I am. Yeah, I'm Italian. Where are you from? Johnny Death Star legs. Let's end the season here. Alright, oh, auction time, y'all. Auction time. You know what to do here. So, American, jump over our Discord. Jump on our Discord, Duncan. Jump on our Discord. And yeah. So, options here. Let's get this started. Auction starting in 3, 2, 1. Boop. Exclamation mark fund followed by the letter of the building you want to fund, followed by the amount of money you want to spend. Your options are lowering farming for the barons with the Deer Park by voting A, lowering trade for the barons with a Thieves Guild by voting B, raising faith for the grandees with a cathedral by voting C, raising stability with the library by voting D. We need to rebuild the library here, y'all. Lowering stability with the prison by voting E, and lowering authority with the theater by voting F. There's 20 seconds left now. I'm gonna let you know when there's 10 seconds left. I mean, we need to rebuild the freaking library, y'all. 10 seconds left. 5 seconds left. There's gonna be no library here. Oh, we already rebuilt it. You're right. You're right. I forgot. We already started rebuilding it. You're absolutely right. My bad. So what happened? A theater happened. By that which lurks spending all their money, and Vaspir spending almost all the money to get a theater going. Hell yeah. Vitamin G, hello. Theater and cathedral. That's good. We like grandiose things around here. We do like him. All right. So, what do we have? Finding a spouse, your enterprising cousin, and the favored competitor. Let's find a spouse. Your Majesty, it's important you find a spouse sooner rather than later. I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference, men, women, or do you not mind? I think Queen Xacintha says any. Yeah, that was an easy event. And now let's see what the hell this cousin wants. Your decent cousin Lord Fitzalbert races into the room while you're enjoying your breakfast. They swear by the Night God there's gold underground. What are you talking about? Alright. So, I had some luck in a gambling establishment in the south. That's a sin, Fitzalbert. And Grandy the Honest would introduce me to a consortium of prospectors selling land. Swede? 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 Do you have anything to tell us here? Committing sin with Fitzalbert? They're sure there's gold beneath the earth, and they just need a small investment to dig it out. Of course I bought it. It was a bargain. I wonder if the council would like to get involved in this opportunity. How much? What? 2,000 gold? Have the treasury confiscate the land? He said he came into money. I want him off my land, so I recommended him buy land. No. What's that about a gambling thing? We should invest. We have a tournament. We have a night to sponsor. Just realized my sub ran out because I got an ad. Yeah, that's how it goes. Fixed. Ah, Vaspier. Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much. I mean, I'm going to say this is a confident streak leading to his nonsense. This is a lot of money. No. 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 Yeah, no. No. If he becomes rich, we can always take his money. It's okay. Like, I would love, MrKaji, would love to invest in the project. But, you know, Xacintha wouldn't. Xacintha wouldn't. Didn't mind it was a World of Warcraft ad. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true, Warzy. Alright, thank you. Golden Choice is active on C, so vote C to get some free money. I'm gonna count down on from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Let's go. Lord Fitzalbert sweeps out, saying he's find the funds himself. And he does. Whether through begging, stealing, or selling some of his many possessions, the project begins. He sends you a very smug letter to that effect. Okay. Okay. Yeah, immediately. Now let's sponsor a night. Let's spend money in a more reasonable way. The Barons have assembled upon a jousting field watching from tall stands. The place is buzzing with excitement. Welcome one and all, we have a most thrilling guest today. Cheering erupts and the nobles stamp so hard that the stands tremble. Your Highness, the highest ranked knights of the tournament are applying for your favor. I wonder, I'm so curious to see. I'm so curious to see whether one of the nobles who wins the crown tournament shows up here. First is Baron Kitty Candy II, so Conrad Kohler, the Cunning, who won every bout last year. Learning fast. Some claim that he cheated, but surely they're just jealous. Second is Baron Tialis. No one thought he would, so Baron Seal, he would succeed this year, but he obviously trained hard. People are calling him the underdog. Yeah, it's Conrad. Yeah, Baron Blake Seal. And last is Lady Patrician Nelly Lefil, their interloper. A surprise foreign contestant, but she qualified nonetheless. So, my liege, who will you favor? The sad part is, I lost the first round of the 2 last tournaments I went to. Well... Well... Yeah, he really is the underdog. Oh, this is interesting. Like, there is an actual meta here. Because, like, Tialis is super, super... prestigious, right? Way more than Kohler. I think way more than Kohler, right? Yeah, way more than Kohler. So, unfortunately, it's not gonna be you, Nell. Unfortunately, it's not gonna be you for sure. Yeah, exactly, but Tialis is known to be terrible at jousting. Whereas Conrad Kohler has proven to be very promising so far, based on what I've seen in the Black Swan tournament, so... Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Amy. I think it might be Conrad Kohler. Yeah, based on recent results, I would say Conrad Kohler. Let's do this. You beckon him forward and affix the ribbon to his chest. The crowd cheers as you rise to the starting post. You have my favor. Oh, if you win this, it's gonna be prestigious. Let's do this. We're gonna clap politely with a smile on our face. Conrad bows once more and the bout begins. Lady Patrician, Nell is his first opponent. Their horses stamp as the two jousters glare at each other across the field. I hope you make it. Have at you! Oh my god! The jousters gallop towards each other. Nellie Imlafil catches Kitty Cathy II squarely in the chest with her lance. Oh my god! Regrettably, that checks. Slowly, painfully, he topples down to the dust. Marvelous! Victory! Wow! Lady Patricia Nell goes on to win the day, claim a hefty cash prize, and is on track to win the entire Jousting Championship. Baron Kitty Cathy II carries on bravely competing, but the Barons mutter that your so-called favor is nothing but bad luck. Good job. Yeah, Conrad leaves. Conrad leaves. So now I need to write down that Nell and Phil is gonna win their whole bout. Alright. Oh, we got taxes here. What do you think of one harsh tax to boost the kingdom's economy here? For the... Nah, not yet, right? Not yet. I mean, like, one now would make sense in the sense that of, you know, getting the money now in case we need it later so we don't miss opportunities. Perhaps a universal hash tax? Yeah, of course. A bribe to boost the economy, that would not boost the economy, that would bankrupt the kingdom. Frogs? Frogging? Are we frogging? God damn it, frogs. Kitty, no! Are we frogging? That's a very good explanation, thank you, Amy. Wait, are we going to war? I thought we weren't. Oh, we will go to war at some point. It's better now? Okay. Oh, hey, Gigacorp, welcome back. What do you look like? You can redeem the Show My Portrait thing with channel points. Golden choice means cruel taxing probably works. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, you're right. Alright, fixed. Okay, awesome. If having issues or delay, refresh. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, you're gonna make this money back with one golden choice. And I'm gonna give you the opportunity to do it right away, so... So let's do this. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. You're fortunate causing that piece of shit. Alright, let's see what this asshole has to say. Just say the word. The first event that comes up that gives me the opportunity, I'm gonna do it. Your Majesty, Your Majesty, Your Majesty. Are you quite alright? We've dug out a vast amount of gold from my land. I'm rich. But I have no idea what to do with the accounts and taxes and everything. It's such a lot to think about. Oh, you poor idiot. Oh my god! The third one would be so cruel! Oh my god! Ah. Why is it so much? To avoid too many people spamming in at once. Every freaking time, so yeah. Surely yes, we should have invested? Yeah. We didn't have that much money though, so. Personal glory, it's his land, his glorious deeds. That's true. Yeah, I would have said the treasurer, you know, like I would have said, I can help you, give me a percentage and I'll help you, you know? That would have been my answer, but I'm going to say let him enjoy his new wealth. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that. And will he be paying back all he has borrowed from me? I can return the crown's money, which they so generally aided me with. I think that money is gone at this point. No, I'll keep. I didn't want to force this one with the golden. I think I'll keep the golden for the next event. Because I assumed that this might be a little bit of a split vote, and I didn't want to force anybody's hand. So let him keep it. I agree. I agree. I agree. So let him enjoy his new wealth. I'm gonna count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Let him enjoy his wealth. He's gonna fuck up colossally. And he will. Lord Fitzalbert spends a while in the south, continuing his lavish lifestyle and sending you letters about his latest schemes, which never fail to annoy the grandees. After a while, his letters cease. Perhaps you've heard the last of him? This guy's gonna be the death of me. A letter. What if he assassinates you also? God damn it. I definitely did not duel him to the death. A letter has arrived from Baron KOTC II, Your Majesty, your favorite competitor from the Baron's Jousting tournament, if you recall. He was badly injured in the final bout and had to pay an expensive physician to treat his leg. Nobles across the kingdom has raised concerns about the safety of jousting. They are worried the fad will become even more dangerous? Yeah, this is very accurate. We're not going to ban jousting. Yeah, we're not going to ban jousting. We're gonna ban the people who suggested banning jousting. Oh, that's true, Morgrim. Yeah, it's definitely broken more bones than all the other contests put together. Yes. Immediate veto. After the grandest tournament that we hosted. We're not banning Kitty. I would say the council should decide if we should just ignore the safety concerns or compensate the Baron. I think both are good. I would probably compensate the Baron. It's up to you these days. Whining that Justin is too violent and can cause injuries. Yeah. I think we should compensate the Baron for this. Oh, yeah, I get what you mean. It wasn't even me saying to ban, it was the people around saying to ban it, yeah. Yeah, and you were probably like, no, shut up, everybody, no, it's fine. We have to compensate everyone who gets injured, then we'll be paying off the nobility. The thing is that this night, we sponsored this night. That's the difference. Like, this night has been directly sponsored by the crown, so we kind of assume responsibility, right? So it would make sense to pay the medical expenses. So, the point is not compensating everyone who gets injured, but compensating every sponsored knight who gets injured. But yeah, let's go. As the barons slap each other on the back, the Chancellor looks pained. Thanks to the Council's decision, visitors flock to the marsh to witness such a thrillingly dangerous sport. The martial economy booms! See? There you go. Yeah, we're just gonna ignore the safety concerns here. Alright. We have 3 potential matches here. Let's see them. The Chancellor whisks away the cloth from the first portrait. No, he likes his butt. From the coast, we have Eulalia, the wealthy heiress to Lady Patricia and manager maid's estate. I mean, just look at her. She's gorgeous. And apparently she's got a silver tongue, too. Manager maid, you said, huh? Manager maid, definitely not a... Yeah, no. She loves to go hunting, which isn't a common hobby among the Patricians. She's an absolute fountain of energy. No one can keep up with her. Could be worse, could be a lot better. We need more prestigious families here. We have from the south Melcher, the eldest son of the improbable Kate lineage. Okay, this one is a prestigious one. He's reputed to have an ego the size of the sun, but there's nothing wrong with confidence, right? He's a savvy businessman who has had success in the spice trade. Unfortunately, the business went belly up due to his ramshackle accounting. Not bad at all. And finally, we have the Marches offering Matthias, scion of the prestigious Warzy bloodline. And the Warzy... Yeah, a middling family. A typical baron, really. Loud and brash and sort, but mostly well-meaning. And apparently he's a hell of a fighter. Brave as a lion, tough as nails, a terror to behold. Give him half a chance and he'll expound at length on how we should improve the lot of the peasants. He's a cool guy. Sounds like a laugh. Not as prestigious. I think it might be the southern candidate, you know? Looking like a bored fish. I think so too. Yeah, I think so, yeah. He fights compared to the guy who messed up a business. I know, but I think that Xacintha the Third is looking at prestige a bit more compared to other monarchs, you know. A bored fish. Your spouse is going to duel you for that. Probably, yeah. Lelkatlan, hey, how you doing? I think it's gonna be Melcher of the South, yeah. Good evening to you, how you doing? What does an enthusiastic fish look like? Ask Glorb after I've met with him. A wise choice, a good fish from a good family, yes. Yes, we're gonna do it. Excellent, I'll make the arrangements. Alright, great, thank you. In a dingy seaside tavern, two patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest game. Blood, ashes, damnation, sea and storm take us all. Amy, what's going on here? Yeah, hey, so, tell me more about this. And Morgrim, huh? Interesting. 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 Wait a second. Aren't these two lovers or something? Aren't these two lovers? Am I getting something wrong here? I am, right? I think I am. Not to my knowledge. Wait, who? Oh, wait. Who is it? Who is it then? Oh, no. Yeah, I know. I'm mistaking. Is it the journalist and Catalina, right? Isn't it? No, they have to be. Catalina and Clementine, yes, okay, thank you. Okay, yes. Okay. Alright, whatever is the matter. I offered cash to Pal's official and he acted like I was trying to give him headlines. It doesn't surprise me, the Queen's authority is quite respected. You're lucky it didn't turn you over to the Watch. Time for fanfiction. So there's no room for some good old-fashioned bribery? What is the world coming to? The patricians seem to lower authority to 4 or less. Except for the bribery part. Oh my god, that would be so good, Morgrim. That would be so freaking good. I think this is just gonna stay like it is. Yeah. Yeah, we're okay with what we have. Komori Kitsune, hello and welcome. I'm glad to see the tournament you're organizing is going super well. I'm still catching up. So let's start with the wedding, right? How you doing? Your wedding to Melcher is naturally the talk of the kingdom. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. It feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Melcher at your side. Do you take this man as your lawfully wedded husband? I do. Then I pronounce you queen and husband. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast, and after the feast, a dance. At the feast, your new husband Melcher delivers a long, rambling speech that puts everyone to sleep. By the time you find yourself alone with Melcher, it's past midnight, and you've never felt more tired. What a wonderful occasion that was. A shame that tradition demanded we marry in St. Bertrand's Cathedral. I can assure you the temples down in the south are much grander. I hope you're not feeling homesick already. Of course not. I never get homesick, actually. I can't abide people waste time dwelling on the past. What are your thoughts on the state of the kingdom? Well, you know, the kingdom looks after itself. ... God damn it, you're an idiot. Melcher immediately changes the topic to talk about something he's more interested in. I spend most of my time making absolute bang, hand over fist. I'm very wealthy now, and it's all because of my hard work, other than the small loan from my parents. So interesting. It is, isn't it? Anyways, to continue on the subject. You gently fall asleep to the sound of Melcher droning on about himself. An utter treat. An absolute utter treat. I think I married a fool, yeah. Trump. Ronald. Yeah, completely flawless, right? What else do we have? Everything. Cousin. Your Highness, dreadful tidings from the south about your distant cousin, Lord Fitzalbert. What's he up to this time? Lord Fitzalbert fell in with a notorious thief and attempted to rob a monastery. He was disguised as a demon of the deposed gods, though the monks saw through it immediately. Now he's in prison, begging me to ask for a merciful sentence. I mean, he did it himself. He did it himself. Oh, this is so good. This one is so good. The monastery is really good. I'm going to veto this. Definitely not overrule his judge and have him released. So he either dies in jail or he is put in a monastery. I'm going to let you choose. I'm going to let you choose. Sorry? Alright. This is a bit closer than I thought, to be honest. Honestly, I'm sad we can't just execute him at this point, but royal blood is royal blood, yeah. Oh, we will find a particularly miserable monastery, don't worry. Alright, the monastery it is, let's go. Your luminance? Wait, are you from Kurth? What are you doing? We don't use that kind of shit around here. Swede. I understand arresting a relative of the royal family is highly unorthodox, but the Cavaliers arrested him last night. It was a miracle he was in one piece given how furious the monks were. You know, you could have been a little sloppier and let the monks have at it with him. Religious term, your grace? Yeah, let's say it is. As it turns out, he settles in well, with the monks treating him with good humor tolerance. You receive a letter from him a while later apologizing for this blasphemy, and saying he's enjoying himself. Perhaps it'll cause less trouble now that he's out of your hair. Regardless, he's no longer your concern. Mwah. Nice ending to this. A Krithian spy. Jousting fever. I regret to inform you of a jousting-related petition from the March, Your Majesty. Why the regret? It's a splendid idea. Commodity, of course. Your Majesty, we must reinstate jousting as the official justice system of the March. Isn't it already? Trial by combat's the way it used to be before the courts started sticking their noses in. I mean... Blastwind, hello and welcome, and thank you for joining. How are you doing? Blastwind, you are a patrician. What if we did it a second time? Yeah. Triple the official justice system? Makes sense. You have to just 3 times. Yes, we're gonna donate horses. We're gonna freaking donate horses. Yeah. We're gonna do it. We're going to donate horses to the new system. Late for you, just join for a brief time. Yeah, no worries. Just hang out for as long or as little as you feel like. You're welcome here. Alright, this looks pretty unanimous. Vote C to get some free money and to support the ideals of Bladesong. The Justice system. I'm gonna count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Go. Accept and donate some horses to the new system. The Chancellor looks skeptical, but says nothing. The Barons are delighted. The March reports less crime overall, as the people fear being impaled by a lance. Physical fitness of citizens also rises, with many learning to ride just in case of legal trouble. Perfect. Perfect. Scheme time! Deep in the forest of the marsh, Baron Babyfire has gone boar hunting with a few of his close friends. He said he had a surprise for me? And bomb viewer, we won! Indeed, and here it is. Behold. Your Highness? What are you doing here at such an hour? I'm sorry, I hope you didn't overhear any... Quit babbling, you blowhard. This isn't the Queen. It's a peasant who's the Queen's spitting image. Great God, and just in time. The Spymaster trusts us so much that she's not noticed that we're fortifying the border. Look at the march. Look at the march. That means we can move to the next phase, kidnapping the Queen and putting this fool in her place. How do we manage that? We need the kingdom in utter chaos, bad enough that the Queen's abductions can slip past unnoticed. For the next stage of their scheme, the Barons must lower stability to 4 or less in 2 seasons. Yeah, 10s across the board. In the south, beneath the scorching sun, grandly marly timed, which one of you strolls through the vineyard in the company of a few close friends? Our plans are going better than expected. The Spymaster thinks that all is well in the kingdom, and while the cat's away, the mice shall play. Together with Pillowfoe. Please don't dishonor me by comparing me to a mouse. Speak plainly or not at all. Julian, yeah. I apologize, my friend. In plain terms, then, our next step is to replace the Palace Watch with our own agents. Indeed, the Honor Guard are incorruptible, but the Watch are not of the story. If the Queen can't pay them, they will look for money elsewhere. For the next stage of their scheme, the Grandees must lower the treasury to 1,500 or less in 2 seasons. Alright. Let's go. Undercutting, a helping hand, and putting on a show. That's a pretty funny image, Bon. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Amy, yeah. Does this mean that the Patricians and Grandees are both trying to bribe the Watch? I don't know, maybe. Alright. Let me do something here. Let me take a quick break to refill my water bottle, use the restroom, and then we're gonna continue. Because I am, yeah, I'm starting to feel like I need to step away for a second, and then we can go. Let's do that. Let's do that. So, let me run like 3 minutes of ads while I'm away, and then we're gonna resume in 3 minutes. Brief intermission, go grab a snack or a drink, use the restroom, do whatever you need to do to take care of yourselves, get some water, and then we're gonna resume in 3 minutes from now. See ya. Alright, welcome back everybody. Thank you so much for sticking around. Hope you're having a good time. Cheer song. Welcome back to the Bladesong Dynasty. So, where were we? A helping hand, undercutting, and putting on a show, huh? I would say let's start right there. What? Right? Oh. Vitamin C. Your esteemed highness, I have the most wonderful solution to all that excess gold cluttering your treasury. We should put on a mock sea battle in the coastal arena. For too long, we've put up with gladiators fighting to the death on dry land. O-ring. That sounds expensive. It does sound expensive. That's the point. It would be the event of the century. We waterproof the arena and fill it with seawater. Then we crew a few custom-built ships with our most expendable gladiators and have them duke it out before a screaming crowd. $2,000 gold. I mean... the way I see it, I pay you to do it, then take back the money. Part of the money that I'm giving you. Maito, hey! Thank you for the pigeon, buddy. Yeah, look, you can cruelly tax me over this one. We cannot go for the... That's what I'm thinking, right? Like, if you think about it, it's 2,000. If I cruel tax everybody, it's gonna be 1,200 from the nobles and 800 from, like, 400 from each region and then 800 from the crown. To pay for this, I'm absolutely fine paying that. I think I'm gonna do that. And you take the money back with golden choice. So, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's fucking do this. So we've had a joust, we've had a sea battle in the arena, we have the Royal Joust, the Royal Grand Tournament. Wait, there was something. Pinky, hey, long time to see you. How you doing? Thank you so much for the 4 months. That's too kind of you. Thank you so much. How you doing? Haven't seen you in some time. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, everybody. Hell yeah. Let's be the coolest kingdom ever. Oh yeah, yeah, Maito, you missed something. Let's go. Yeah, if somebody wants to write about that, a mod maybe, feel free to announce the Royal Tournament, by the way, on Discord. Boop. Hold the Moxie battle in the arena. Oh, marvelous. I shall make the arrangements at once. A few weeks later, the Moxie battle is held in Thalassus. You watch from the royal box. 2 ships battling each other tossed on artificial waves. Gladiators swinging on ropes with cutlasses between their teeth. A naked spectator swimming across the arena and getting eaten by a shark. This show has everything you'd hoped for and more. A few competitors drown, of course, but that's what they signed up for. The show attracts tourists from across the kingdom and inspires a wave of patriotic peasants to join the coastal navy. A grand success. Okay. Let's do undercutting here. Shiny Quarks! I wanted to speak to you today about a delicate matter, your most august majesty. It concerns the linen trade. Ah, yes, I'm very familiar with it. Then you will understand our position. You see, there's a lot of linen farms in the south. The plants thrive there, and the grandees have taken advantage of it. The Baron's domestic farms aren't nearly as numerous, but they need cloth, just like the rest of us, and linen, well, it's cheap, strong, and easy to weave. What more could they want? The holy shit. Traditionally, the patricians have facilitated this trade, making sure that a fair deal was reached on both sides. Yet now, the barons buy from the grandees directly. They're cutting us out of the deal. You can't let them get away with it. Is it despicable though? Like, my answer would be, you know, Dual, who's doing that? Actually went to business school. Have you seen your streams? Thank you! I had to work a lot. I was too tired all the time. Just work, sleep, and repeat. But now I'm on vacation, so I can watch the stream. Hell yes! Hell yeah! I hope you're enjoying the rest and the vacation, and hope that you can unwind a little, recover some of your energies, and hopefully I can see you a little bit more often. Glad to see you again. Thank you for the kind words. Where were we here? God, I got distracted. I think we're going to say you're right, that's despicable, you know? You should duel this person. Indeed, then you will call the council together to deal with this? Let's do this. My eternal thanks, Your August Majesty. Force the barons to continue buying linen through the patricians. Allow the free market to sort itself out. Bring the linen trade under the authority of the queen rather than the patricians. Ban the sale of linen altogether. That doesn't sound like a great idea. But yeah, I was distracted by compliments. Yes. If we give you the linen trade, would you then not tax us, hypothetically? I don't know. I, for one, welcome the taxation. I mean, having the taxation on top of this would for sure resolve any issues that the crown might have, right? Any economical issues that the crown might have. Yeah. I think that the queen would probably vote for that, to bring the linen under the authority of the queen. I think so. I think she would vote for that. We'll have to deal with that before taxation if we stay at this gold level. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, so C sounds like a good way to avoid bankruptcy. And to ensure that the kingdom stays wealthy and prosperous. Yeah, we could even say that, like, chronologically, this plan came to fruition before the arena fight. You know, it was developed before the arena fight and then actually came into effect after. Yeah. This is incredibly close. It's 11 to 12. 13 to 12, it's actually just been reversed. So the free market is currently winning 13 to 12. I'm going to be counting down from 5. If you have not voted, you can vote now. This is going to be decisive if you do. Counting down from 5, 4, 3. Current vote is 14 to 12. 2, 1, and 0. Bankruptcy it is. Turns out the free market doesn't care all that much about the patricians' woes, and nothing can convince the grandees and barons to stop doing business. The patricians lose a grip on their monopoly, while the other regions' economies thrive. Yeah. And a helping hand that we probably won't be able to offer. Xacintha, I had something I wanted to ask of you. What can I do for you? As you surely know, I run a very successful textile mill back home in the south. But the current laws are a little restrictive for my trade. Lots of tariffs and regulations, you know how it is. I was hoping you could push for some changes in the council, eliminate some of the working regulations for southern textile mills, perhaps? Do you want me to give the south preferential treatment? I think it's only fair, the other regions just can't compete with us in the textile trade anyway. I will assemble the council on this, because it might be reasonable on an economic point of view. Well, that could avoid... does that avoid bankruptcy too? Lady Fluffline, hello and welcome, and thank you for joining. How are you doing? Hello, hello. What up? Thank you for joining. You are... Oh, you are Baron. There you are. Marcus is 1k, yeah. You know, that sounds... You know, that sounds like a good thing to do. Yeah. Yeah, this is a reign about textile trade. You want to deal with an angry mob if this goes poorly? I don't know, it's up to you to decide. I think it could be an opportunity, but it's up to you. Glad to hear you're doing good, lady. I mean, Fluffline, rather. You don't want them to be safe? Not that I don't want them to be safe. I think I'm seeing an opportunity here. We cannot afford the nation in debt? Apparently we can. The council once again strikes. Alright, looks like it's gonna be C. It's 10 to 15, still kind of close. I'm gonna count down from 5, 4, 3, thank you Vaspir, 2, 11 to 15, 1, and 0. So we're gonna do nothing and go bankrupt. When Melchior doesn't get the result he wanted, he leans over to whisper in your ear. Arrogant ingrates. I should have known this would be harder than I thought. Still, at least you tried. At least we tried. Auction time, everybody. Auction time. You know what to do at this point, so let us begin. The auction is going to start in 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, you're right, Vaspir. Exclamation mark, fund followed by the letter of the building you want to fund, followed by the amount of money you want to spend. Your options are lowering stability with the prison by voting A, lowering military for the barons with the stadium by voting B, lowering faith for the grandees with an observatory by voting C, lowering trade for the grandees with a thieves guild by voting B, raising faith for the patricians with the cathedral by voting E, and lowering authority with the theater by voting F. I'm gonna type in chat when there's 20 seconds left, which is now, and then when there's 10 seconds left again. So spend your money, y'all. Spend your money. It gives you prestige. 10 seconds left. Dankatory. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ba-boom! It works! It works! So, Bomb Viewer, with almost all his money, to build an observatory in Nellyfield. Almost all the money to build a theater. Let's go. So... Because I keep making bad calls. Damn, the bots tonight. Thank you, Vaspir. You're really on point tonight. Which one do we do first? Let's do the air first. Your marriage to Melchior has grown stale. Oh, you get along well enough and you've made some good memories together, but there's no spark. He cares more about maximizing profits than your happiness. But spark or no spark, you still need an heir. Congrats are in order, the royal wedding was a magnificent affair. But something's still missing, you need an heir. You need someone young whose loyalty is assured. Take care, Ephra. Thank you so much for stopping by. Bye-bye. Good luck with work. So I think that Xacintha the Third... It's going to be the natural child, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be the traditional method. Because she wants, you know, someone from the prestigious family. Still like in Cracker still, I don't think that's a good metaphor. So let's do rumors of bribery first. Your Majesty, I've heard some disconcerting whispers about Grandy Marleytine of the South. They have been discreetly offering coin to your palace watch. Just gifts, they say. Gifts of enough coin to retire with. Marley, yeah, very generous. You know what? I had no idea Grandy Marleytine was so generous. The Palace Watch have been grumbling about their low wages recently. If we don't give them a raise, these bribes will look very appealing. Unfortunately, we can't give them anything with the treasury as low as it is. We need to bring this matter to the council, Your Majesty. Very well, assemble them at once. I could have solved this. Wait, if I had done the bankruptcy first, would that have avoided this? Or would have this still checked as passed? Because that sounds really silly if that's the case, right? Because otherwise, every time you go below 1500, you always get the bankruptcy. So you always proceed to the vote. Yeah, right. Okay. The event is generated this very soon, so you would be able to vote for it. Okay. Yeah, but some events, like the bankruptcy, right? If you resolve it and then you start the bankruptcy, then it says, oh, you solved it. Never mind then. The dialogue would have been different. Okay. Okay. We got this under control, but he's still warring. Oh, okay. Cool. Thank you, everybody. What still happens, but what Lurk said. Thank you. I was curious about that. Alright, let's assemble the council. By the 9th, you don't have a shred of proof for any of these. Don't make me laugh. I trust the rest of the council will join me in scorning these lies. Alright. Oh! Well, we could do that. Look at that. We could take emergency measures to boost the treasury. Why not? Why not? Let's do this. That sounds great. We need to be a bit more sensible in how we spend our money here. Bit more sensible. We got carried away with the grand sea battle at Thalassus. All right, everybody vote A, because I'm gonna tax you. So vote A to get some money back. Counting down from 5 here. Vote A to get some money back. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. You order the mint to produce more coins. The sudden rise in inflation causes food prices to rise enough to leave thousands starving. Most of the extra cash goes straight to the Palace Watch. Hopefully this will buy their loyalty. How are people starving with this high farming? What the fuck? This really feels like the Olympics, you know? Where everybody was shiny and nice and they kicked homeless people outside of the city. Your Majesty, I had booked this meeting intending to discuss our financial woes, but you've solved that issue on your own. Congrats on digging us out of the dismal financial pit. Well, thank you. Somewhere in the march, Baron Bibbyfire sits at a banquet gnawing on a greasy chicken leg. He and his fellow plotters discuss their scheme between mouthfuls. The kingdom is not exactly peaceful, but there's still no way we could stage the abduction of the queen without being noticed. We need chaos! That's such a Bond thing to say. We need chaos! The Baron's aim is to lower stability to 4 or less. Because they couldn't pay for it? Jesus. Meanwhile, in the south, Grandy Marleytide has invited their closest associates to their manor house for some wine and cheese and treason. Some of our bribes have been accepted, but not enough. The Queen is paying the Palace Watch well enough that their loyalties aren't easily swayed. So we have some of the watch in our pockets, isn't that enough? No, not yet. We can't make a move until we're sure we won't be discovered. Grandy's stat goal is to lower the treasury to 1500 or less. Wine and cheese and treason, yeah. So we're going to do this as previously announced already and boost the treasury, and this is to pay for the sea games, for the sea naval battle. Yeah. Shark attacks a risky wager. Oh, I want to see this one. I already got 1,000? I don't remember. Heading to bed, good night. Bibbyfire, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Take care. Have a good night. Oh my god. Sparse corruption. Looks like it doesn't pay to hold on to your money. And Warzy, same thing. Oh no, oh yes. Yeah, exactly, Amy. Exactly. Welcome to the other reason not to hoard money in Bladesong. Yep. Frogging. Don't touch my money. Oh, I'm gonna grab your money. I'm absolutely gonna grab your money. Yeah, this is super appropriate. Hold on to your masks, hats and other accessories, everyone. Baron Worsley is about to lose a huge amount of money. We've bet our life savings on a boat race around the coast, and I am sure to win the day. So sure, in fact, that I petitioned the council to officially sponsor my voyage. I was planning to use it later. Well, tough shit. How much gold is at stake? 25,000. 13,000 on one side and 12,000 on another. Yeah. What kind of boat will you have? My best trireme, it's tiny, but that's the point. It'll nip around all those deadly reefs. He's talking rubbish, my liege. My nice little cog will easily outstrip Sparse Corruption's old boat. If you sponsor anyone, sponsor me. Yeah, too bad. This is a contest, yeah. Yeah, what about, how about a tie so I get the money? Is a boat race a duel? It's a kind of duel. Oh god, do we sponsor both nobles? Yeah, remember how we just got out of bankruptcy, right? Yeah. I think we're gonna sponsor the patrician here. Yeah, because a trireme sounds like such a better ship to... yeah. Sponsor both, let's manipulate a tie. You don't sponsor most challenges? I did sponsor the joust with this one though. Both is good. Both is a lot of money, though. Both is a lot of money. Like, I'm tempted to just do both, but... Like, one of my traits as Queen Xacintha III is flaunt your wealth sensibly. Which we haven't really been doing, right? No, we won't decline. We won't decline. They're very rich. Do they need sponsoring? That's a good point. Oh, that is a good point. Golden choice, Steve. No, I think that she would definitely support one or both. Huh. Who is richer and thus deserves to lose more? Sparks corruption. Sparks corruption is. Golden choice C and cruel tax next season. If we get there. In a more Bladesong way, it might be, why would we support literally the least prestigious people in the council? That's a good point, though. Yeah, boat races always causing the longest deliberations, yeah. No, that's not what we're saying, sparse corruption. Yeah. See, does not send us into bankruptcy, doesn't it? But that's not the point, right? I think it does, though. Because it's below 1500. I think it might have to be both, you know? I think it might have to be both. I know exactly how we can win the monarch's favor. We tell them the name of our boats. Go ahead. Fucking go ahead. Please go ahead. My cock's name is Spooner because nautical jokes. Yeah, Xacintha here is a big deal about money. Slowly and slow boat. Yeah, no, I think I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go. I'm going to say... I'm going to say monarchs vote on both. Yeah. Yeah. Monarchs vote on both. We're not sensible. Oh, I would take your money immediately, Warzy. Okay, I was just about to ask where are the barons here. 11 to 5, I think it's gonna be it. 11 to 5 to 5. I'm gonna count down from 5, 6 to 11, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. 12 to 7. Sponsor both nobles. Neither noble knows what to say. Obviously they were hoping for special treatment. But you keep your reputation as a monarch who won't take sides. Excitement builds as merchants and tourists flock to the starting town. Soon both boats embark on their journey. They look very small and flimsy against the vast ocean backdrop. Dear Steam Highness, I understand you elected to sponsor both competitors, but surely you have a sense that one will outdo the other? Would you fancy a small wager? That's a sin, my friend. But what sort of wager are we talking about? A mere trifle for you, I'm sure, Your Steam Highness. Your wisdom is known by all, so naturally you'd have great fortune. Huh. That's the scene, but on the other hand... I think the fact that it's a sin stops us. Yeah, I have no time for such things. Very well, Your Esteemed Highness, but you're no fun. He returned to the capital to await news of the race. Okay. Let's do the sharks now. All patrician events. Upsetting news from the coast, Your Majesty. Several peasants have been killed by a shark. I've already sent your condolences. You can't close my beach! Athena? Chill down, Athena. Excuse me? That beach is vital for coast tourism. You can't close it just because a few people got on the wrong end of a fish. Well... Do you expect the attacks to continue? No, it was just a series of freak accidents. Ignore anyone talking about a man-eater that's sinking boats and going after the children first. It's all exaggerated. Over the next 7 days, so many tourists are eaten that common folk start referring to it as Shark Week. Finally, the council is forced to intervene. Athena is very fucked up. Okay. So... keep the beach open out of the question. Shut down the beach could be an option. You know, D is just such a genius thing. I mean, D is such a genius thing. Yeah, let me give you some money. Let me give you some money. Exactly, Lurks. 1. Capture the shark. 2. Put it in the flooded arena. 3. Question marks. 4. Profit. Yeah, exactly. That's a great piece for menagerie. Alright. Looks like it's gotta be D. Turn the shark itself into a tourist attraction. We are going to sell the shark. In a way, yeah. Turn the shark itself into a tourist attraction. It's genius we flipped this on its head. The patricians immediately mount an impressive public relations campaign. Come to Prosper Beach. See the world-famous man-eating shark. Thrill seekers welcome. More people are dying than ever, but at least they've all signed waivers. Everyone's happy, especially a shark, which grows very fat indeed. Ah. And finally we have a new goddamn trend in the coast. Noble patrician that which lurks is here to see you, Your Majesty. They want to sell you a crab. A what? It's the latest trend along the coast, Your Majesty. The patricians have started keeping a species of jewel crab as a fashionable pet. The creatures are so rare that one can now sell for as much as a mansion. What? I mean... Lurks is scheming with Ephra. I don't remember. I don't think so, right? But anyway, I don't think I want to hear about this. It's just crabs. Crabs, honestly, what is this kingdom coming to? Alright. Winter check here. The Ninth God is with us, my friend. The Palace Watch are in our pocket. They took our money lightly. The kingdom can barely afford to pay them a living wage. Music to my ears. Soon the throne will be ours. Indeed it will. But now we must plan our next steps. Grannies of the South, this is the last stage of your scheme. What do you want to do to end this game potentially? Do you want to kill the queen and place your own claim onto the throne, trying to lower authority? Or do you want to control the queen with the threat of assassination, trying to raise your own military? Huh. Haha. Tough choice. Tough choice. It's 3 to 5 currently. So if you are a grand and you have not voted, vote now. 3 to 6, counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. A military is pretty hard. Over the next few months, we'll have our troops infiltrate the capital disguised as beggars. They'll swap places with the Palace Watch one by one. Once the Queen realizes she is surrounded by our troops, it'll be too late. She'll be a helpless little fly caught in our web. Magnificent, but once we've turned the Queen into our puppet, won't the patricians and barons notice? That's why we need a strong army to make them think twice about challenging us. United with the Queen's forces, we'll be unstoppable. For the final stage of the scheme, the Grandees must raise their military to at least 10? Well. I think we do call for unity here, trying to gather some popular support. Island discovered, rogue golem, and a terrible curse. Okay, these are interesting events. These are gonna be interesting events. Shoo, where do we start? All the big hits. Pirates are missing. Yeah. So I need to use the rest. I think I need to use the restroom again, y'all. I think I've been drinking a lot. Let me take a quick break. I'm not even gonna run ads. I'm just gonna leave this here and mute the microphone. I'm gonna be back in like 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Hello, welcome back everybody. Thank you for waiting. So where were we? Where were we here? We got an island, we got a curse, and we got a golem. Where do we start? I would say, let's start with the curse. Let's start in the south. Who is this? Granny Darth Von Doom rushes into the council chamber, breathless and in disarray. By the 9th, you look like you haven't slept for weeks. That's because I've been placed under a curse. Look, my hair is falling out in chunks. By the 9th, God, no, perhaps you're ill or old. It was one of my peasants. I saw it in her eyes. She's an evil witch. Okay. Send us close to the cell. Let's find explanation. Have the cursed Darth Von Doom sent to the marsh to relax. I think whatever we do, I want us to be united on this. I want us to have a clear line of how we treat noble issues. Marley strikes again. With the boldness. So what do we do here? I think it's either witch tested or sent to the march to relax, but given the level of faith in this kingdom, yeah, just like the Grandies are saying, I think we can just have the witch tested. What could go wrong? It's not 100% anymore. It's a 90%, but I'm sure it's gonna be just fine, right? I'm sure there's not gonna be any issues at all. I'm sure we're not gonna be failing that 10%. I'm sure. I'm sure it's good. I'm sure we're good. I'm sure there's no worries. Yeah, I'm sure it's just stress. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure the 90% chance won't betray us. You arrange for a priestess of the night god to question the accused. The church does not look kindly upon witches, particularly if they're cursing a noble for no reason. And thank the fucking 9th. It actually does not fail. After several days of questioning and burning of incense, the priestess makes her announcement. The accused is innocent. Things settle down and Darth Von Doom eventually admits that some new pomade may be to blame for her heir troubles. I never doubt our faith. I would never doubt your faith. I would never. Let's take a look at the island here. We've heard from the boating competition around the coast, Your Serene Highness. I have a letter from Lord Patrician's sparse corruption. Excellent! Though we weathered a storm, we found a tiny deserted island that wasn't on our maps where we could rest and shelter. Of course, he wasn't so lucky. He was blown off course and I haven't seen him since, the fool. I've called it Sparse Corruption's land. And officially claim it for the Patricians. This fucking game is so good. The fact that it ties in with Twitch usernames, it's just... You know, like, I could imagine this in a game coming up and being like, I've called it Gentle Farts Land, or something like that. Twitch usernames. God. Can we switch to excommunication? Yeah, it's very sparsely corrupted, exactly. Excellent! Not only is my friend winning the race, this is wonderful news for the coast. Fiscal evasion land. Gadzooks! I had a letter from Warzy saying he saw this island first. His claim is just as legitimate, if not more. Your esteemed highness, surely you cannot entertain this nonsense. This could be of great strategic importance to the coast. Well, give the island to the patricians, give the island to the barons, take it for the crown lands. It's Xacintha's land now. Spark Corruption should concentrate on winning the race. Oh, this is a close call. I think it might go to the patricians, right? Yeah, he swears to use it for the navy, exactly, right? I think we're gonna go for that. I think we're gonna go with that. I think we're gonna with that, yeah. Do it for the bit. Crown lands? No, I don't think she would go for the crown lands here. Even though it would make sense for the treasury, I don't think she would do it. I think it would be give it to the patricians. Yeah. And the golem, I really don't think we should get it, to be quite honest. The reason being, we don't fucking need it. We are good enough. We are good enough. Golden choice is active on A, so vote A to get some free money. I'm gonna count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Let's go. Marvelous! Long live sparse corruption's land. This cracks me up. As the race goes on, the coastal navy moves into the island to inspect it for useful coves. It should be very useful in the fight against piracy and Ashmead. Meanwhile, tension rises in the capital as the nobles wait to hear what discoveries the race has in store next. You know, for raiding their coast. Probably like here or something. I don't know. Rogue Golem. Rihanna, hey! A rogue golem has crossed into our territory over the Ashmeadian border, my liege. This could be an exciting opportunity. What's so exciting about it? Please, my liege, this is our chance to figure out how this golem magic works. We could even turn it against Ashmead. Your Majesty, the barons would drown their own grandmother to gain an advantage over Ashmead, or over the patricians and grandees. Golems are an offense to the Ninth God and they're dangerous. We should destroy it before it gets out of control. I kind of agree. I kind of agree. You know? I think we should destroy it. I'm gonna be... I don't think we need to add it to the Marcher army. I don't think we need to use it as a source of labor. I think that our army is good enough. I think we can destroy it. Yeah. You know, I was wondering that, Amy. How do you do that? Yeah. Smash it to pieces. I would say it's smash it to pieces. Let's learn about our enemy. That's the only reasonable thing that I can see. But the Bladesong people are a stubborn people. You know, Bladesongs in their arrogance, to quote a very famous speech. $10 to $12. This is actually pretty freaking close. Yeah, stubborn as a horse. As a mule. 11 to 12. I'm gonna count down from 5. If you have not voted, 4. This is gonna be decisive if you vote. 3. 11 to 13. 2. 1. And 0. See? The Cavalier knows something. The Cavalier knows a thing or two. By the 9th, this was our only chance to even the playing field between us and Ashmead. You're all fools. The errant golem is smashed into pieces with hammers. It's for the best, most likely. It is. It is. Noble overboard, the crab bubble bursts and your air. Let's do the noble. Your Serene Highness, we've had a message from Lord Patrician Source of Spark Corruption. I was indulging in some grog with the crew one evening, and inadvertently fell into the water. Obviously I survived, thanks to the group of passive fiendfolk who dragged me from danger, but they won't return me to my boat without payment. Of course you'll pay the ransom, Your Serene Highness, won't you? Oh my god, sparse corruption, what are you doing? Why is everything happening to me? Yeah, you got into this. I mean, you gotta pay, right? I mean, yeah, you could pay for yourself. Exactly. Wars is just taking their time in their lane, voting for fun, and you're just like all competitive. Yeah, I mean, people are right. You actually have a lot of money, so. Yeah, you know what? I don't think I should pay. I don't think I should pay for this. I think we should give no interference with the race. You wanted the race. I'm sponsoring it, and you have so much money, and I don't think it's justifiable that we give more money for that. Now you have 13,000 gold. You can deal with this yourself. Kitty, you have 2,150 gold. Not that much. Good. Yeah, drinking would be a sin, yeah. Bye. 8 to 14. Well, looks like this is decided. I'm gonna count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. 9 to 14. Send coastal troops to rescue sparse corruption. And it's a success. Coastal naval mercenaries quickly descend on the boat and overpower the Fiendfolk conclave. Once the Fiendfolk have surrendered, they reluctantly advise Lord Patrician sparse corruption on his upcoming route, now to avoid treacherous reefs. Lord Patrician sparse corruption is in the lead, pushing ahead as the race nears its end. Laden with valuable pearls and corals looted from the Fiendfolk, the troops return triumphantly to the coast. Good job. Good freaking job. I mean, let's see the crabs now. Gotta go fast. Bad news, Your Majesty. A new reef has been discovered which is overflowing with millions of jewel crabs. Crab prices are crashing catastrophically. What? The entire kingdom will suffer financially, Your Majesty, with the exception of a few patricians. Curiously, noble patrician that was Schlurks, the very same patrician who first began the crab craze, recently sold all their crabs at a huge profit just days before the crash. Interesting. Something must be done. You summon your council to discuss the crab price crisis. Many assembled nobles have invested heavily in the crab market, and they're casting furious glances at the patricians' benches. Yeah, people are gonna just duel lurks. Can I claim scalation? That's pretty funny. Well, they're gonna duel you now for sure if they head in the out. So we cannot bail. Oh my god. Well, I guess we know what to do here. I guess we know what to do. Well, yeah. I guess that's what we do. Sorry, lurks. Sorry, buddy. It has come to this. We need to put a stop to this. You are ruining our kingdom. Yeah. Yeah. Golden choice is on C. Vote on C to get some free money. I'm gonna count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Well, have fun. Arrest noble patrician that which lurks. Can't go to prison, I'm so young. How? You're like 250 years old. Your soldiers storm noble patrician that which lurks this opulent mansion, arresting them and confiscating their ill-gotten crab gold. The trial will be held as soon as possible. Okay. Outraged patricians protest that your actions are illegal and make a mockery of the law. Don't they know? No, you're the queen? Yeah. Yeah. Here is the last one, right? Yeah, this is literally your second time doing this. Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. Should I die, I ask that my crown be passed down to... You know what? I think it's gonna be the daughter. Still. I think it's gonna be a daughter. The assembly almost break out into polite applause, but designating an heir, you've cemented the stability of the kingdom. Your Holiness, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your daughter. What is her name? Her name is Xacintha IV. Praise be your majesty, I'm sure little Xacintha will grow up to be a sheep of the old flock. Yeah, 4th queen in a row. Yeah, 4 daughters in a row, that can happen. Hi, Caddy. Okay, let's go. Let's get ready to fail our ambition. But before we do, let's start the auction. In 3, 2, 1. Boop! Let's go. Exclamation mark fund followed by the letter of the building you want to fund followed by the amount of money you want to spend. Your options are lowering stability with a prison by funding A. Lowering trade for the barons with a thieves guild by funding B. Raising military for the grandees with a fortress by funding C. Raising stability with the library by funding D. Lowering faith for the patricians with an observatory by funding E. And lowering authority with a theater by funding F. Well, C is pretty interesting. C is pretty interesting. Both for what we want to do and 20 seconds left. Yeah, people really want C apparently. Jesus, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. 10 seconds left, 18,000. Jesus Christ. I'm really gonna be curious to see who built this fortress. Who spent the money. I like fortresses as much as the X-Cavalier, but this is perhaps overkill. T. Alice. Wait, how much did you spend? 5,000. Jesus. Almost 20,000. T. Alice just wants to be first. Yeah. Yeah. 5-figure auction. Jesus. How many prisons are there in the March? A lot. There were already... March prisons, there were already 5 at least, so this is a 6th at least. Alright. The end is near. What the fuck? And the rewards of prosperity, huh? I would say let's do the ambition first, as I usually do. At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be the greatest queen who ever lived. You're well on track to achieve that aim? What? Oh, because it's above 5? Okay. I thought 6 would still be a fail. Well done. Well, thank you. I don't know how that's possible, but okay. I'll take it. But to shut down your normal scheming for good, we need to build on that reputation. Your advisors have some ideas. Okay. Yeah, I thought it would be 5 for this one. We should crush these disloyal nobles, smash their armies, and force them to submit. On the other hand, your majesty, if you help us spread the zeal of the ninth god, the church will lend our full support. With the backing of the church, the nobles wouldn't dare move against you. You know, I don't think it would be a Saint. Like, these are both thematically not great. Like, I wouldn't... Yeah, I like Saint really doesn't make sense here. But the other one doesn't make sense either, is the thing. So I think this is probably going to be something where we, in another occasion in which we take some liberty to interpret how things go. Oh, go girlies. Yeah, it would definitely be more the other one, but I don't think that it would be crushing all those plotting against you with an iron fist. Like, it doesn't quite fit. I think it would probably be more like being able to acquire centralized enough power that you're not afraid of anything, of anybody, for the rest of your reign, you know? Yeah. I think it would be that, but it's not as it's described. We'll begin pulling together my plans, but of course it won't be easy. Your priorities to raise your authority and military. Part of the retiring wing is getting the military behind the monarch instead of the regents, which fits. Yeah, militarizing society prepared for the upcoming war. That makes sense, but it's not to use it against the nobles, is what I'm saying. Of course you can join, Red Blood. Hello, welcome. Exclamation mark, join, followed by your pronoun. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the thing that makes the most sense. Yeah, there you go. You're now in, Red Blood. Thank you for joining. You are... You are Patrician. There you are. There you go. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I'm sure that the people in chat are gonna be more than happy to help you out. Let's do the end is near here. The coastal boat race is nearly at a close. I'm pleased to announce that Lord Patrician's sparse corruption is all set to win. Your Red Bull is a pretty good name. How exciting! Truly this race is of utmost importance. Paspier just hating the world. On a completely unrelated note, I have a shipment of grain that is due to intercept the racers any day now. If my ship got in the way, who knows what might happen. I dare say the race's outcome could be altered. Of course. I could be convinced to alter the shipment's route instead. Your Esteemed Highness, we must put a stop to this shameless attempt to sabotage the race. I wouldn't sabotage. Well, try to figure out why you're sabotaging, because you definitely are. Okay, Patricia with a shoot to obstruct Baron Wars' path. Refuse the shameless bribe, right? Yeah. I think we have a moral. I think we have integrity here. I think so, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna refuse the shameless bribe. We only take shameful bribes. And I'm out of water. Golden choice is active on C, of course. Let me bribe you to refuse the bribe. It's big brain strats. Big brain. Holy butters when I'm not involved. Alright, I'm going to count down from 5 here. C has golden choice, so you can get some money for free if you vote C. Count it down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boop. A grain shipment will have to be diverted. It'll be late. That's what you get for trying to interfere. Soon, nobles and peasants alike gather at the finish line, watching breathlessly as the winter arrives. The winter arrives, and its Lord Patrician spars corruption. Marvelous! No one can beat a patrician in the boat race. I could not have done it without the generous sponsorship of Queen Xacintha III. Now pay up, Warzy. Warzy, you're so fucked. Yeah, I can't even stand to look at fish anymore. And I don't know what's happened to my sea legs. So currently, Sparks Corruption has 32,000 gold! Thank you very much. Perhaps you'd like a rematch in a year's time? No, I'm never setting foot in your boat again, you salty sea urchin. Back on the coast, merchants flock to investigate Spurs Corruption's boat and use his sailing techniques to improve their own crafts. Though the race is over, group the kingdom. Similar bets take place as Firefield is Sal and Kurth, some successful and others ending in watery deaths. Wow. Wow, I don't spend money frivolously. So yeah, the last one is this, the rewards of prosperity. Your Majesty, merchants are visiting the march from as far as afield as Valimir and Atesh. Our quarterly figures are stunning. Quarterly what? Money, lots and lots of money. Your Highness, this marcher economist has an audacious idea for all this wealth. Oh, you do get some. Do you get some prestige? I'm probably gonna put you like in brackets here. Yeah. Yeah, okay, there you go. It does make sense. A little bit, at least. Wow, brackets prestige, yeah. Call it an experiment. To give the peasants gold whether or not they're working. This will ensure base level of comfort and security for all. Great God, what are you saying? That we should hand out our cash for nothing? With respect, how is that different from barons receiving fees from their serfs? It's completely different. Your Majesty, this lunacy cannot possibly be considered. Okay. Okay, wait, didn't this happen already in Bladesong? Didn't it happen already in a different region? In the south, right? Yeah, I remember correctly. And it went pretty well. Well. Yes, Your Grace in the south. Huh. Huh. There's Emperorplex, right? But I think that, given the records we have, I'm probably gonna try to do it. Yeah, let's do this. And I'm actually gonna say call for unity on this. Hoping to hit A. Yeah. Yeah. That's my final answer here. While you vote for this, I'm gonna go fill up my water bottle because I'm freaking thirsty, and then we're gonna continue. All right. Okay, so it's going. So the south had its own round, And now it's the March's time. It went well in the south. The March wants it too. Let's do this. Many barons are furious, not only that, but other nobles watch anxiously, worried about this outrageous new strategy spreading elsewhere. But their fears are unfounded. Jesus Christ, I never remember that this is a lot of stability. Hey, AI Soothsayer, Danny! Welcoming everybody, thank you so much for the raid. How are you doing? I am MrKaji, and you are joining us playing King of the Castle. And tonight, it is episode 10 of the Bladesong Dynasty, our recurring role-playing dynasty in this game. In case you don't know the game, it's I'm playing as the monarch, and I'm trying to keep my head on my shoulders. I'm trying to keep the crown, and you are the nobles of the council, and you're trying to vote to scheme against me and to depose me. Except, in this game, in this dynasty, we don't really try to play to win, but rather we try to play to have fun and role-play together, world build, lore build. There's a lot of world building and very cool role-playing going on our Discord server, so if you're not there, feel free to drop in and check it out. Please go follow AI Soothsayer. He's a super entertaining streamer. If you don't know him, he plays King of the Castle too. How are you, Danny? Thanks so much for bringing your people here. How was your stream? Were you playing King of the Castle too? Good to be here. How goes the stream? Stream goes good. Stream goes good indeed. We have a prosperous kingdom and a queen who might be a little bit, you know, not really cut for the job, but she's doing better and better as the years go by. How about you? Welcome in, welcome in. So, their fears are unfounded. Freed from at least some of the backbreaking worry of how to pay for their next meal, peasants praise the crown and the council. Farm owners treat their workers better than for fear of them leaving to work elsewhere. The sick and infirm no longer have to work themselves to death for coin. The march flourishes, though the barons give you no credit. Awesome. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Danny. Busy today getting ready for the job. Moderate for celebrities in an upcoming Comic Con. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Awesome. Best of luck with that. Not cut out for the job, but you'd have fooled me. I mean, she's having some troubles financially, right? That's awesome, Danny. Yeah, if you have to go and get ready for work, don't worry at all. Don't worry at all. I've been working all day. I know. I understand. Yeah, the march is perfect. All right, let's go. Oh, taxing season? Taxes to the ground? I don't know. I don't know. Do we really want to do it? I kind of feel comfortable with the treasury at this level. Look at all that money. I mean, you are pretty rich, and I've been feeding you golden choices. We might do it. Appreciate it. Sorry, message. Awesome! And when I get back, I'll come up with some of these in respect to you. I must take care of things, but I'll share with you soon. Of course, of course. Whenever you have time, don't worry. I'm glad you reached out. Take care. Take care, Soothsayer. Looking forward to it. Wait, why did that not... Okay, there you go. Why is there nothing on... My setup is a big mess. The sound came through. The animation didn't. What matters is it came through here. Thank you so much for the support. 100 beauties. Everything counts. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Very kind of you. Thank you for the coffee. Yeah, my setup much sloppier than yours. Nah, this is Streamlabs. This is Streamlabs. I'm gonna fix it at some point, I swear. So let me just see how much it would be. This would be a lot of money. This would fix our economic issues forever, basically. And the fact that she's been feeding the nobles with golden choices. What issues? The issues we've been having. Going very close to bankruptcy. Games and showmanship, a little bit. Forever is a mighty long time of grace. Yeah, forever, I mean, for the remainder of this reign. Yeah, I think she's not afraid to do this. In the sense that the fact that she keeps giving golden choices means that people are still at a net gain, right? Yeah. Yeah, and even if we get to check the ambition, I'm gonna still do one event to use the golden choice. That sounds like a good compromise. The crab trial. Okay, let's do this one. After months of delay, noble patrician that which lurks is finally due to stand trial for the crab-related market manipulation. You stand accused of perpetrating fraud and tricking hunters into buying expensive crabs. How do you plead? How about you do ambition first? Sorry, lurks. I'm guilty only of making money. So I broke a few laws along the way. Is that a crime? Yes, obviously. I pronounce you guilty as charged and your fate will be decided by the queen. No, is there no golden choice here? Shit, did I pick the wrong... God damn it. Well, lurks. It's not gonna be death. It's not going to be death. It's not quite treason. But we're gonna imprison lurks, for sure. Noble patrician that which lurks is dragged away in chains, wailing for clemency. Most of the watching nobles agree that justice has been done, except for the patricians, of course. Please, your majesty, that which lurks has young children. Who is supposed to pay for the upkeep of their villa? If you're guilty, you better call Saul. Let's do the other one. I really want to give you the golden choice. I promised I would give you. Yeah, what young children did you have? Treason is when a noble does something I don't like. Tyranny is when the monarch does something I don't like. That's a good mental frame. I'm sure they're old enough by now. Lurks is 200 plus. I mean, you're not wrong there. Young children is like 60 years old. Your Majesty, the richest merchants in the south have bribed the grandees to give them an exclusive charter. They now control all trade of perfumes and dyes, the south's most valuable goods. It's a monopoly, Your Majesty. They're scamming the public by fixing prices, pushing smaller traders like myself out of business. Something must be done. Okay. It just sounds like good business. Declare the exclusive charter null and void. Why the hell not, right? Yeah, I would say so. We did end up playing Monopoly. You're right. But that's a regional Monopoly, right? Watch out. Watch out. This is a regional Monopoly which means that in this setting, the monarch has more authority over the matters that relate to the whole kingdom, whereas the nobles are left to figure out for themselves how to handle their regional policies, right? Yeah, it's a South-only monopoly. So basically it means that some nobles started deciding that it would be appropriate to move in that direction. So is really the queen's job to step in? Because for the better of the kingdom, for sure it's gonna be C. But A respects the nobles' self-government, right? I think it might be A, actually. I think it might be A. Like, this is a commoner. Who gives a shit for the commoners? Yeah, who gives a shit for the commoners? It's just good business. The grandees are in their right to do this. Easy. Easy. Excuse me, I give a shit? Ah, nah. That's why I'm skipping. I mean, you know, it's genuinely... Has any monarch in this dynasty really given a shit about peasants? Truly giving a shit about peasants? Has there been a single monarch who's been like, oh, I love the peasants, we should improve the lot of the peasants? Has there been a single monarch in this dynasty who's done that? They're merchant, Your Majesty, people we ought to care about, even if it's just slightly. They'll find a way. They'll find a way to survive, even if it means flooding the earth. I legitimately don't think so, actually. There you go. Alright, golden choice is an A. If you want to get some free money, vote on A. I gotta count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Alright. You send the merchant away, ignoring his desperate protests. Over the next few weeks, more and more small traders across the south start going bankrupt. Yeah, a consort but not a monarch, yeah. We haven't had one since literally last dynasty. Told you. This is a very classist situation. Yeah, that's true, Maito, yeah. But the biggest companies are expanding each day and recording incredible profits. Time to open a bottle of wine. See? We are, in a way, improving the kingdom. Alright. Now let's do the ambition. And again, like, it says tyranny, but it's not quite right for what it would be. It would be more like being idolized, right? And creating a cult of personality. Yeah, I guess that's more what it is. Like, Xacintha III wants to be remembered like Alma and Aga and Arl I, among the great. Tyranny in form of economy? Not really. Like, it would be tyranny in form of, yeah, cult of personality, it would be. Oh, no, the nobles are oppressing small businesses. It's the Baron's propaganda scheme, but for monarch. Yes, yeah, that's a great way to put it. Yes, it's the Baron's propaganda scheme, but for the monarch. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take a little bit of liberty in interpreting this, because tyranny just doesn't quite fit with what Xacintha is doing. Like, she's done everything to become popular, right? The tournament, the joust, the fight in the arena, and a bunch of other stuff. Junkie, hey. Yeah, you did. You've done some redecorating in the throne room, anticipating your future as an iron-fisted tyrant. When the marshal walks in, she whistles appreciatively. I'm actually gonna skip this part about the torture thing. You pull a lever in your throne, yeah. I've been serving the troops across the kingdom. Just giving away, hello and welcome back. Long time no see you. I hope you're doing well. 90%. It's a success. The troops are looking good, Your Majesty. The soldiers of the south are in tip-top condition. Now the key is to make sure the armies are loyal to us, not to their region. Easier said than done, of course. I need to speak to the ordinary soldiers, grease some palms, smoke some cigars, reminisce over old war stories. They don't respect the council any more than I do. But at the end of the day, Your Majesty, it'll come down to how much they respect you. A lot of statues and portraits of yourself? Much better. There you go, Lurks. Oh yeah, Conrad is a commoner, of course. Like, was a commoner. I'm not a tyrant, I simply enable an elite class with all governing power to run rampant with the populace and reap the benefits of their loyalty. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Unabashedly. Yes. Yes, 100%. That evening, she rides out to meet with the kingdom's soldiers and get the lay of the land. This is an 80% chance for Queen Xacintha III to be anointed forever in the history of the kingdom as one of the great. There's a picture of Xacintha III with the Ninth and the Saint monarchs behind her as she shines the holy light on Ashmead. Yeah, it may fail. Can Xacintha become one of the greatest monarchs? And it's a fucking fail. When she returns, the marshal looks frustrated. She unstoppers a whiskey flask and takes a long, fierce swig. Damn it, the soldiers have no interest in turning against the council. What a waste of time. Lightning Strike, hello and welcome and thank you for joining. How are you doing? You are Patrician. There you are. Thank you so much for the follow. You need to get the respect somehow. I don't care how. To improve your chances of victory, focus on increasing the kingdom's authority as much as possible. And I think that this is the military not really respecting Xacintha for not having put enough effort into the war, you know? Not having actually actively encouraged the war. Yeah. And I think that it makes a lot of sense that she would switch from Call for Unity to Iron Choice to try to convince that she actually is the strong monarch that people don't think she is. Wait, what? Again? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Yeah, this happens sometimes. Oh, that's only for tyranny? Tyranny does this for some reason? I mean, of course, because it's tyranny. Well, we're gonna do it last, of course. Yeah, tyranny is tyranny. So let's do Sanctuary first. Pinky! Oh my god, you're so cute. This is such a cute portrait. It even bullies the game, yeah. You read Morgrim's comment and it's like, yeah, you want to sleep? Let's do that. Yeah, exactly. It makes a lot of sense, given the fact that it's tyranny. Your Majesty, there's a problem at the cathedral that was recently built in the south. A dangerous outlaw by the name of Crookfinger McAllister, what the fuck, what kind of name is that? Was fleeing the City Watch. After a decade-long crime spree, we were finally on the verge of catching him. Just before he's caught, he dives into the cathedral and proclaims sanctuary. According to the law, we can't arrest him on holy ground. The audacity of Crookfinger McAllister to invoke holiness. Jesus. I'm... How did you get that nickname? You don't want to know. Shit. I'm sure the ship will look the other way in this case. We absolutely will not. The Law of Sanctuary is almost as old as the kingdom itself. As long as he remains on holy ground, that McAllister is a child of the Ninth, under the protection of his mercy. I will not allow you to violate that, no matter the nature of this man's crimes. By the Ninth, right now, Crookfinger McAllister is living the high life. Priests are feeding him roast dinners and fluffing his pillows. Huh. Yeah, meanwhile the game. Crookfinger McAllister. Repeal the Law of Sanctuary. No, that's too much. You know what? I think she might want to gamble on this one. It is technically a prison also, but repeal the Law of Sanctuary is really intense. No, this is too intense. She doesn't want to remember it like be remembered like the queen who repealed the Law of Sanctuary. After Southern Boogeyman. I think she would try to, you know, to force the church's hand to break it this time. But she would leave the final decision to the council on whether to keep the law or allow this one criminal to face justice. Yeah, exactly, Morgan. Exactly. Let me read that. She doesn't want to be the queen who keeps getting jump scared by the Inquisitor. Yeah. Alright. Sanctuary is a secret edition and must be upheld. We will do that then. We will do that. By the Ninth, this council can't see beyond their own noses. Crookfinger McAllister is never brought to justice. He lives out the rest of his days in the cathedral, eating fine dinners and enjoying the communal wine. He is effectively imprisoned and his crime spree is over, but the common folk lose faith in the Queen's justice. If this is the beginning of the end... And let's do a proposition too. Oh, this is Chur. An expedition to Chur. Did we have an expedition to Chur? A second expedition to Chur already? Where we sent priests? We did, right? Oh, this is so tempting. This is so fucking tempting. This is so tempting to do for her. I think we had only one. Oh. Okay. After that, the monarch had little interest beyond the kingdom. Well, if that's the case, sounds like a brilliant idea. You have a lot of wealth at the moment, Your Highness. It's just sitting around collecting dust. Why not make a sound investment and send explorers to Chur? Who knows what they might find? Treasure, rare materials, ancient history, a new disease. She's a bit too animated when she says the word disease. Yeah, it sounds like a fine idea. I think she kind of wants to be remembered as the person who kick-started some Chur exploration too. Her eyes light up from behind her spectacles. Wonderful news, I shall make preparations immediately. Ah, expect a brief on your desk very soon. Right, this doesn't kick off immediately. Ah. Shit, that would have been so perfect. She's spreading the word of how amazing the queen is? Yeah. Well, ambition it is then. Oh, right. This can still fail. If we fail this. So the way we frame this is, if this fails, then yes, she absolutely starts the expedition to Chur. If she succeeds, she probably starts planning out the expedition, but never manages to launch it because some other shit comes up, right? Some other issues come up, and she has to spend her money and the kingdom's resources in dealing with those issues, and can't really do it. But it will probably be something that her successors will keep very dear to their heart. Your Majesty, yeah, exactly. Your Majesty, the Stone Maiden has returned. Or some frog people, yeah. So, I'll ride out and speak to the soldiers again. Perhaps their respect for you has grown. Can she actually be one of the best queens? Or can she actually be remembered as one of the best queens in the history of the kingdom? And it is. She finally manages to conquer the public opinion through use of propaganda. When she returns, the marshal punches you in the arm so hard you almost puke. Is that good? Was that a happy punch? The troops are with us. They're fed up with the council passing all these namby-pamby so-called laws. Suffer an iron fist to punch this kingdom back into shape. Over the next few weeks, soldiers from across the kingdom mutiny against their commanding officers and swear fealty directly to the queen. They don't always beg for a council session to discuss the crisis, but you put them off, blaming the renovation of the council hall. Of course, there's one person you can't avoid, your husband. A strange day, is it not, Your Majesty? I can't tell how odd it feels, knowing that you're seizing control of my homeland. Yeah, one military away. Arrest her. No, definitely not in my. I don't think she will end up being an S tier in my tier list. But in the lore, if this lineage continues, I mean, I would say that in general, she's probably going to be remembered as one of the most historical. You know, one of the people who most incarnate an era, right? The Bladesong era. Yeah. They're not your people anymore. I won't hurt anyone, it's just to make a point. Maybe I'm a fool, but I believe you. Don't let me down. At long last, after you're sure the armies of the kingdom are in the palm of your hand, you allow the next council session to go ahead. The final council session. The marshal stands at your right hand, flanked by a garrison of the city watch. Your honor guard flanks you on the other side, ready for anything. The nobles file in one by one. Yes, she did organize a great tournament, and a bunch of other events, right? There was a joust. There was she sponsored the joust. She sponsored the sea battle in the arena. She sponsored the boat race. So she actually did a lot as far as competitions go, if you think about it. Exactly, Amy. I agree 100% with that. I think she's going to be remembered as one of the greatest. But historians will look back in a couple hundred years and poke holes in it. All over the place, I agree. I 100% agree. Yeah. Most of them are looking nervous, but Grandy Dragon Pitches looks angry. Your recent conduct has been outrageous. Yeah, and this is not super relevant. This is not super relevant, because delaying council session, secret meetings with their soldiers, violating the feudal contract. My top officers have been killed in this little mutiny of yours. Let's call a vote right now. I'm ready to deprive you of that crown. Nose crush that. I'm ready to deprive you of your head. I would say, you know, this doesn't really quite fit So I wouldn't. Dragonpete probably says something different than this. Many good moments, but also some flaws, but not anything really bad like Lyra the First. Oh, for sure, Lurks. You're forcing too much authority on the 3 regions when we usually handle stuff ourselves. Probably. Probably, yeah. She inherited a stable, wealthy kingdom and didn't screw it up. That's not nothing, but not overwhelmingly great. She's great for mood, but not for practicality, right? Like, she incarnates a lot of what Bladesong is about, in a sense. But she's not really good at much else. So this would probably be Dragonpete, like doing what saying what Dragonpete is saying in chat right now, like, right? Like, you are overstepping your boundaries, Queen. You have to respect our authority, and she would just intimidate him. Yeah. Yeah. Your coastal gladiators back up your words, flexing their muscles and waving their swords. Ninth, preserve us, your majesty. How dare you threaten me? Yeah, and again, this would not really be how it goes. It would be a little more subtle than this. Yeah, I don't think Dragonpete would go to a threaten level, right? But if it is, then yeah, there would be a threat back. Probably there would be a duel here, to be quite honest. She would pick a champion, and there would be a duel. No one wants blood spilled today. The Marshal shrugs but says nothing. By the night, damn you! Fine, go ahead. Just know that this kingdom will remember you as a tyrant. There's a moment of silence. Your Serene Highness, I'm sure we're all delighted to be here. Right. The Queen can take over from here. Of course, Marshal. And it will not end up like that one shot. Yeah. Mencia did want blood, yes. You don't need to scare them, Marshal. She wouldn't do anything so disrespectful as rolling her eyes, but she folds her arms huffily. As you say, Your Majesty. Those people would be dissidents, and you'd deal with them harshly. Without the council holding you back, your daily duties are so easy, so efficient. Your firm grip on the kingdom will secure an excellent future for little Xacintha IV when the time comes. Your reign of terror, if you really have to use that word, but again, not really fitting, is here, but your future has only just begun. Good game, everybody! Good game. This was a lot more peaceful than I thought it would be, to be quite honest. I'm expecting the next one to be much more explosive if the events align. GG, good game. They meant terrific, you're right. Thank you, Lurks. I think that this is also like the fact that we're taking so much liberty with the ending. It's gonna make it super interesting for Lurks to figure out a good summary for it. I think that the Xacintha age is going to look like one of those European eras where everyone has had big fancy dresses, where it's generally remembered as one giant party, but on a deeper look, there's a lot underneath. Yeah, definitely. Well, everything was so great and everybody was just feasting and jousting. Like, my trait was literally, let the kingdom flourish. Flaunt your wealth sensibly, indulge in shows of power, and if the chance presents itself, take back what's ours. That was one of my traits. And the other one was, appease the nobles and their rebellious spirit, make them fight, and keep them happy and fit for war. So she was ready for war. If the event, I was kind of hoping that the event would come up due to the 10 military for the barons, you know? Like, of the troops being restless. If that had come up, she would not have hesitated 1 second to declare war on Ashmead. She was ready. But she didn't want to force it. She wanted to, you know, she cared about the appearance more than the war. I feel like this is probably a centralizing of the military. Xacintha III made see the original names of the military as part of the reason for the defeat in 1020. That might be part of it, yeah. That might be part of it. Pax Romana, right? Volunteer your wealth, yeah. Taxes actually each tax season for that wealth, but also gives it back with golden choice. So let's read these. All that remained of the Baron's attempt to usurp the crown was a prisoner, deep under the castle, clad in an iron mask and shrouded in rumor. The Granny's attempt to worm their way into the palace was uncovered, and a number of arrests were made. Granny Marley ended their life chained upside down to a dungeon wall? Please, somebody inform Marley. The patricians succeeded in turning the palace into a hotbed of bribery and corruption, but what's new about that? They failed to gain the throne and lost money in the process, a bad investment. Queen Xacintha III's reign spanned another 15 blood-drenched years due to the duels, I guess. The council couldn't defy her, fearing a gruesome fate. It was a dark and fearful time for everyone. I mean, not really. Yeah, that doesn't fit. That doesn't fit at all. I would say it was probably a very, like Amy said, it was probably a very, how do you say? A very showy, you know? Time. A very opulent time. Let's see what kind of weird nickname we get. Queen Xacintha III, the Unbending. Okay, okay. That might be seen as true. My post-stream thought is that I think the trust between the steward of Arl's Way and her townspeople has been eroded because she keeps letting Xacintha do this kind of thing. And I have to figure out how to duel myself. The Unbending. Let's try to figure out how this fits. The Riches is now absolutely sparse corruption, so we're probably gonna have a wizard apprentice next reign, and then we have Warzy being unfortunately the poorest one now. And now let's take a look at Xacintha IV. Oh, okay. Hi. Yeah, I think I might be in love. Yeah. Okay, Xacintha IV. Also, notice that we have a scar. Scars are back. Yeah, the scars are back. We've had a series of monarchs with no visible scars. But here it is. We have a fighter. Yeah, she's pretty beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, she's... I love the freaking choker here. This looks so good. Is there a breeding program to make the monarch prettier and prettier by MrKaji standard? It's the Xacinthas, I told you. Yeah, beautiful tyrants. Yeah, scars are in. Yeah. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, she's a warrior. She's a freaking warrior. I can see it. I can see it in her eyes, in her scar. Yeah. You know, I think she probably even served in the military. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I like this queen. I like this queen. I wouldn't be surprised if she fought in some actual battles. Yep. There is good news to come out of this. Tell me, let me know. Was she old enough to participate in the rebellion of the military? I wouldn't say so, no. I wouldn't say so. Oh yeah, definitely rebellious, yeah. I finally have people for the Iron Blossom tournament. Hell yes! Hell yes. Alright, so Queen Xacintha III, the Unbending. I might actually want to change this, you know? Because this doesn't really fit the narrative that we've gone for. Let's think about this. Let's think about this. Like, we can continue this conversation on Discord. But yeah, I think there might be some more appropriate monikers here. The uneventful? I mean, not really, if you think about it. There were a lot of events and competitions. So yeah, that's truly not the case. If by uneventful you mean there was no war, well then yeah, but that's a very... that's a definition that lacks fantasy. The obsessed. I mean, the opulent comes to mind. The festive, you know? The festive could also be one. Yeah, let's think about it. I mean, if nothing more appropriate comes up, we're just gonna stick to the unbending. But yeah, if you come up with any ideas, post them on Discord so we can discuss them. The Magnificent would be very, you know, how do you call it? Yeah, you get what I mean, right? Yeah. Statuesque because of goddamn statues. Statuesque is pretty good. Did Xacintha the Third have a wacky animal analogy? Not really. The prestigious, yeah, something like that. Like, spitball it on Discord and see if something sticks. Like, just throw stuff at the wall and see if something sticks. Alright. That's gonna be it for episode 10 of the Bladesong Dynasty, everybody. Thanks so much for playing. Hope you had a good time. This will continue next week with episode 11, which is going to be the second to last episode in the Dynasty. So, start closing up your RP threads, because we only have 2 episodes left, alright? Next episode is going to be next week, and I genuinely cannot wait to see what will happen in the reign of Queen Xacintha IV. I have a feeling that it's gonna be a bit more, active, a bit more, eventful, if you would say, a bit more active, a bit more rambunctious than that of her mother. Alright, everybody, thank you so much for playing. I'll see you in episode 11.